Anyways, he was behind a rock. So anyways, we're gonna swap over to our new segment. So today, all right, but tour is also good. You pronounce tour like tour, but you say it like tour, like T-U-R, tour, like took, tour. But anyways, oh, tour. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. So anyways, let's get to it. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about Intel Optane. Hopefully, come on, camera. Can you guys see that? No, it's blurry. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me make it so that way. Gotta cover the camera a little bit and bam. Come on, focus. There we go. This is Intel Optane. Don't look at my ugly fingers. I'm not a hand model. Oh, here, we'll do it like this. So this is Intel Optane. Intel Optane is a new type of technology offered by Intel. Intel Optane is the branding name. Optane is just the branding name. It's just the name. But what actually makes it special is the new type of NVM technology called 3D Crosspoint. Now it's spelled 3D X-Point, but it is 3D Crosspoint. Come on. Hello. Come on. Come. There we go. Maybe I can put it down. Can I put it down? All right. Maybe. Okay. You guys can just look at it like that. It's okay. All right. All right, you guys can just look at it like that. All right, so basically this is Intel Optane. It's a new type of technology. It's been out for a couple of years, but it's new to a lot of people because people still don't understand the benefits that it has on your system. And a lot of people still don't understand like what it is, what it does, because I mean, it's new. It's a brand new type of technology, you know. It's blazing fast like RAM, right? But RAM is volatile, right? So volatile means when you talk about memory, right? There's two different types. There's volatile and non-volatile. There's non-volatile. Volatile and non-volatile. Volatile means that the information goes away after you turn off your computer, or after you close the program, or after you're done playing a game, right? That information that's stored on your RAM is gone. It's not stored. It doesn't stay. Whereas non-volatile is memory that stays. But the difference between volatile and non-volatile was speed. And right now, Intel Optane is closing, or Optane is closing that gap between, you know, volatile speeds, but with non-volatile storage. So being able to store something for a lot longer, or be able to store something like indefinitely, but have super fast speeds. So this right here is a new type of technology. Like I said, it utilizes chalcogenides and yada, yada, yada. So that's just tech talk. That's just all tech talk. Now, we won't really get into the tech talk aspect of that. If you do want to know more about how it was created and stuff like that, you can head over to Intel on their page, their Intel Optane page. They go really in depth. This is mainly going to talk about, you know, how it applies to you guys as gamers or even content creators, because what Intel Optane does is it's basically a cache in a sense. It caches your storage, but it doesn't just cache though. It does it in a more in a smarter way, where basically you put it into your system, right, into an M.2 slot. You know, it's capable with, you know, Z270, Z370, X299, and I believe X99 boards. I'm gonna have to double check on the X99, but it is for sure in Z270, Z370, and X299 boards. Now, you plug this into an M.2 slot, NVMe M.2 slot, and basically what it does is it's a hard drive accelerator. So basically, it grabs files from your hard drive that you would use often, right? So say you play PUBG all the time, right? It'll cache that file over onto the hard drive. So you can see that they have different sizes, 16, 32, but they also have Intel Optane SSDs, which we could talk about later on, not later on, but in a bit. It basically, because it kind of confuses things, right? Because it's basically they have their own stick, but they also have an Intel Optane SSD, and it gets kind of confusing when you try to talk about the two. And so we're just going to focus on primarily just the Intel Optane, the M.2 stick itself, the hard drive accelerator, the actual technology itself. So anyways, so Intel Optane is a hard drive accelerator. Basically, you pair it with a hard drive, but now it can also be paired with SSDs. It doesn't have to be the first generation. Intel Optane used to only be able to be connected to the boot drive, but now it can be connected to another drive, and you can utilize its what is it called? I can't think. It's storage acceleration for other things instead of just for your boot drive. So basically what it does is it memorizes what you do on your computer, right? So if you open Photoshop often and you open this specific media file or multiple media files all the time to gain access to whatever you're working on, it will cache those things, cache those photos, the Photoshop application. It'll cache the files that you're using often, and it'll help increase those speeds so that way, or it'll cache it so that way you can instantly just grab the data that you need. So it just accelerates your hard drive and it makes it go 10 times faster. Let's see what else. With pairing Intel Optane with the Core i9, i7, i5 8th gen processor, you get the Core Plus. Core Plus, it just helps you download, or not download, to load games faster, you know, load work. Like say you're working on Photoshop, like I was saying, it helps load this. But what this means for you guys as gamers is that you're basically able to get SSD speeds for like a fourth of the price, right? An Intel Optane 16 gig only costs around, I think it's like $59.99 or something like that, $60, and 32 gig one costs around like, I think like $80. Could be a little bit more, could be like 90 or $100, but I think it's like $80, $90. But basically you're able to get your bulking hard drive, right? So you're not sacrificing storage anymore for extremely fast speeds. You're not sacrificing storage, the size of storage. You're not sacrificing terabytes or gigabytes worth of storage just to get an increased speed anymore. You can get an Intel Optane and you can boost your hard drive to get faster speeds and still have massive amounts of storage. So that's what Intel Optane is really focused on, is being able to utilize these SSD speeds for, you know, a half of the price and still retain your large storage space. Because, you know, big is slower a lot of the time, especially in the memory field, right? Big is slower, whereas tinier is faster. But now you can combine big and tiny and make something super fast. So basically that's the gist of it. That's Intel Optane for you. That's what it does. It caches, or it memorizes your routine. It accelerates your hard drive and allows you to utilize large hard drives and get way faster speed. So you're going to see increased boot time, or okay, this is where it gets confusing, right? You reduced boot time, right? So it's increasing the speed in which you boot. So you're having reduced boot time. So it takes a short amount of time to boot. Reduced load time. So, or is it increased load time? See, this is where English gets a little confusing, right? Well, we'll say increased load time, increased boot speed, right? So the speed of boot time is going to be shorter. The speed is faster. Same with loading in games. It's going to be exponentially faster, especially if you play the same game often. And even when you're working on, you know, if you're a YouTuber or a streamer and you're working on those like stuff that you're uploading on, hey, what's up, Piranha Snake? How's it going, man? Thanks for the follow. Whenever you're working on, a YouTube video that you want to put out, it'll help. Said it was similar. Said it was similar. Will it work with Ryzen? No, it will not work with Ryzen. It has to work with, like I said, either Z370 chipset motherboards, Z270 chipset motherboards, or X299. Only Intel. This is an Intel product that only works for Intel storage devices. Come on, there you go. You guys can kind of see it, right? There you go. Oh, that's what you're explaining to him? Oh, okay. Now I just got a little bit confused. I thought you guys were shorter, decreased boot time. Sorry, my English is horrible, right? Especially when I'm trying to do this like off the top of my head. You know, we had like a little conversation with an Intel representative that came in like a couple months ago, and he gave me the lowdown on Intel Optane, and I'm trying to recall that information because we were supposed to do this sooner. We were supposed to talk about Intel Optane way sooner, but you know, I got caught up with other things and it kind of slipped my mind, and then they reminded me, hey, when are you going to do that Intel Optane talk? And I was like, I'll do it today. So yeah, so I mean, the gist of it, right? So instead of talking all this tech jargon, we're just going to give it to you straight and simple. And you can, there's benchmarks online that you guys are going to be able to check out. We have our own benchmarks here. I don't have that information on me right now, but if you guys do want to see it, let me know. I can show it on Friday before I do the live build. But basically, Intel Optane is a hard drive accelerator. It accelerates your hard drive and SSDs now that they just came out with the second generation of the Intel Optane memory. It is a switch this to IRL. I'll switch to IRL later. I'm gonna go back to PUBG in a bit. I'm gonna be playing PUBG in a sec. I mean, as you can see, I have it loaded. It's just we're just doing this talk about Intel Optane real quick. Okay, so no distractions. All right, so let's start over. Intel Optane is a storage accelerator. It helps decrease boot time, so it allows you to get into your system faster. It'll decrease load time, so you'll be able to play games, load into games way faster. Helps you load giant media files. Say you work on Photoshop, say you work on After Effects, you know, it's gonna help you load those video footage faster into a program. You know, if you're running your RAM preview, it's gonna help load that faster. It's gonna cache that kind of memory and help load it quicker for you. It basically studies what you do on your computer. You know, whether you play a ton of video games, you know, you play PUBG, you play League of Legends, you play World of Warcraft, you play Far Cry 5, you know, you play all 4 of those games in one day. It's gonna cache those files. So that way, whenever you start up Ubisoft Uplay and go and play Far Cry, it's going to load you up 10 times faster than it would have without having Intel Optane. For just like 60 bucks, 80 bucks, you're getting SSD speeds. So you're paying like half, a quarter of the price of any type of, you know, PCIe NVMe drive, while still retaining a large storage device like a hard drive that's like 10 terabytes, right? Or whatever size hard drive you have. Instead of spending, you know, $300, $400 on a M.2 PCIe NVMe 1 terabyte hard drive, you can get the Intel Optane, pair it with your hard drive, and you'll get similar or those exact same speeds, because this will seriously boost your hard drive. But yeah, you're right. So let's play devil's advocate. Yes, NVMe drives are slowly starting to get smaller. The size is definitely starting to get smaller, and this is only 32 gigs. So what could you actually store on it? Well, you could store up to like 5 games on a 32 gig. I think more. I think it's like 8 games on a 32 gig. You can cache up to 32 or 8 games onto a 32 gig, and up to like 4 to 5 on a 16 gig. Now, not only does this help with storage, but it also helps with RAM as well. So instead of needing 16 gigs of RAM, you can utilize, or you can get away with only using 8, because it's still using the same type of technology, or not technology, but it's doing the same thing as your RAM. Your RAM is caching, you know, the storage. It's random access memory. It's grabbing random memory from all over the place when you're playing games and you're browsing the web and you're listening to music and doing all these things. The Intel Optane is doing the same exact thing. It's helping your RAM grab that memory. Oh, you know what? I actually have this on me. Here you go. Check this out, RAM. It's getting that connection way faster, instead of having your RAM going, okay, where is this at? I got to grab it over here. But the Intel Optane is like, here you go, man. Check this out. I know you were looking for this. Boom. Done. And so you're actually able to get away with 8 gigs of memory on RAM and having like a 32 gig Intel Optane. So it's saving you money. in both RAM, storage, RAM and storage. Yeah, it's basically saving you money on those two areas, and you can, you know, focus on other things. If you want that brand new headset from, I don't know, HyperX or Audio Technica, you know, you can get it. You're saving that extra money from spending money on RAM and on hard drives. So yeah. So anyways, that's basically it. I mean, I have like a little info bar down here. You know, it says the type of technology it utilizes 3D XPoint, as fast as RAM but non-volatile. So RAM is volatile. You know, the storage or the memory that's on the RAM, or the information that's on the RAM, goes away once you close the application and or turn off your computer, whereas non-volatile stays on your computer whether you turn it off or close the application. It's a storage accelerator, accelerates the hard drive, memorizes your routine and caches important files, and adding an i7, i5, or an i9 core processor with the Intel Optane, you get the Core Plus series, which is a big plus because you get storage acceleration, fast speeds, and awesome core count, and it benefits everyone. So yeah, that's all I got for you guys on Intel Optane. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask right now. Any before and after tests? I don't have any benchmarks on me, but like I said, come back on Friday and I can get those benchmarks to you. I can show you what we have, and you can also look up online if you don't trust what we have, whatever, you know. So it all depends. If you really want those stats, then I will get them tomorrow from our R&D department. They'll probably email me like a list of what their records are, and then you can also check online. Just check out, you know, Intel Optane benchmarking. You know, you can go to PC Gamer or any of those like reviewer sites, those tech reviewer sites. I'm sure they have benchmarks on those. And then even Linus Tech Tips, you can go on his YouTube channel, Linus Tech Tip, and you can probably check out. I'm sure he has some sort of benchmark, or he talks a little bit about it, whether it's worth it or stuff like that. I feel like that's a little bit more of a reliable source for you guys because, you know, he's unbiased, right? He does, you know, he does tech tips and reviews on all products, and he gives a pretty damn good, honest review. So if you guys want to check out Intel Optane benchmarking, I will have our benchmark on Friday, and you guys can also check it out online. So yeah. Hey, what's up guys? Jeremy here from Cyberpowerpc. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on Intel Optane. As you guys can already tell, this wasn't scripted YouTube video or anything like that. It was all done on our live stream, so that's why it's really choppy. I tried my best to cut out parts where we kind of randomly talked about other things and got off topic, and I try to cut the video up as best as I possibly could without it making it too weird, so that way you guys can get the key points about Intel Optane. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. We do have a live stream. We live stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 2 p.m. PDT, California time, West Coast time, whatever you want to call it. And where we just, you know, play video games, hang out, chat, and talk. Or we do these like non-techie tech talks where I try to explain, you know, for instance, Intel Optane without talking about the crazy technologies and stuff like that. Just try to give it to you guys simple, so that way you guys can, you know, easily understand it, so that way it's not all complicated. It doesn't make it sound like I'm trying to complicate things and make you guys buy something that you guys aren't interested in. But we also do live builds as well. We will be doing a live build this coming Friday, which is the 22nd of June. So stop by for that. Like I said, it starts at 2 p.m. We'll do a live build, and if we finish it, you know, play some video games. You guys can feel free to ask, you know, any type of PC questions. But anyways, like I said, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you guys next time.